Naked bouncy egg. You will need clear vinegar, 1 glass jar, 1 egg. Experiment. 1. Gently put the egg into a glass jar. Be careful not to break it. 2. Pour enough vinegar into the glass jar until the egg is completely covered with vinegar. 3. Look closely at the egg. You will see tiny bubbles forming on the shell. Leave the egg in the vinegar for 48 hours. 4. Pour off the vinegar and carefully rinse the egg with water. The egg looks translucent because the outside shell is gone. The only thing that remains is the delicate membrane of the egg. 5. Now that the hard shell has been dissolved, the egg has become a bit bouncy. How does it work? Inside the bubbles is a gas called carbon dioxide. This is the same gas we make when we breathe out air. Vinegar is made of an acid called acetic acid. Eggshells are made up of calcium carbonate. The vinegar reacts with the calcium carbonate by breaking the chemical into its calcium and carbonate parts. The calcium part floats around in the solution while the carbonate part reacts to form the carbon dioxide bubbles that you see. Some of the vinegar will also sneak into the egg's thin membrane, which will cause the egg to get bigger, called osmosis. The egg will now taste of vinegar if you cooked it. Shake the egg. You can see the yolk dancing round in the egg white. Drop the egg at the low level and watch it bounce. How high do you think you could drop the egg before it stops bouncing and smashes open? Experiment more. Do organic eggs have an eggshell that is stronger or weaker than farmed eggs? What happens if the egg is hard boiled? Does the shell still dissolve in the vinegar? How does that compare to using a raw egg? What would happen if you put an egg in one glass with vinegar and then put a different object in vinegar in another glass? Maybe a piece of fruit with an outer shell or peel like an orange. Soak the objects in the same amount of vinegar for the same amount of time and then compare the results.